body is a slave to your thinking. The life that you are living right now, a direct reflection of the type of thinking you do on a regular basis. So the person that you want to be one day, whoever you think about, that requires a certain amount of thinking or mindset. And if you don't have the mindset of that person that you're trying to be, or that you dream about, or that you want to be one day, then you will never get it. And if you never even become aware that that is your main issue, many people will live their entire lives in an infinite loop down to self-sabotage. And that's what happens every day. People are unhappy with their lives and they say they want a different type of lifestyle versus the lifestyle that they have right now, but they refuse to change the mindset that they currently have. You can't give yourself a different body or a different costume and have the same mindset. Like, nothing's going to change. It's like we always say, if you can move out of the hood but you can't take the hood out of the mindset, you will always be the hood, because the hood isn't a location. The hood is a group of people with a similar way of thinking. And if you can't change that mindset that you have in that current situation where you are, you will never get out of the hood. One must have a new mindset. That's why the people that don't fit in your group, if you are in the hood, and I'm just using this as a metaphor, but it's really easy to find people that don't belong, and then they're the ones that get different results. And they can be positive results, the ones that you actually want, or it can be even worse in your environment. But what is the factor that changed? That's the principle that you need to understand, is that if you was to think back to your childhood, every person that you thought was strange, that didn't fit in with the group of people that you did, they are on a different frequency of life right now. And that is why. It's because they've been having different thinking than yours from since they were childhood. And the sad thing is, many of us have the same thinking as when we were still a child. Have you ever thought about that lately? Have you ever sat down and say, hey, what toxic beliefs did I had to believe when I was in high school that I no longer have to believe, because that might be affecting the relationship or the businesses or the life that I am living right now, because you are no longer in the same environment that you were, but you have the same mindset. You have the same way of thinking. Does that make sense to you? I know that just dropped for some of you guys. I need a like for that. So then, how do we solve this riddle? In order to get the life you want, you have to be able to define the type of thinking that person would have. So that's easy. I can pull out a sheet of paper and say the person I want to be is fit or consistent or disciplined or strict with the money they spend or is a reader or whatever, fill in the blank. You can define that person on paper and see, okay, this is what it takes for me to become the person that I say that I want to be. Because once you make a conscious decision to play out this role now, because now you've been living so many roles subconsciously, finally have the opportunity to create a role that you actually want to live, and you know exactly how to do it now. So you restructure the life you want, you define the terms, and then you make a conscious decision to take action as if you were this person already. Because over time, you're no longer going to have to memorize what to do every day. It's going to become who you are. It's going to become a habit. It's going to become your new identity. And then, because you've already predefined that character in your journal, in your notes, or wherever, a sheet of paper, it can be on any sheet of paper that you have next to you right now. It can be in your phone. I use my phone all the time, because over time you're going to start attracting the things that person already has, whether it's attention or financial success or freedom or loving relationships. You have built your own avatar for the first time, and now you're playing the role intentionally until it becomes subconscious. And that is how you get the life you want, because now you're no longer a slave. You created your life, and that is why we always say you are the creator of your life. And the current life you have right now, whether you want to believe so or not, and if you're still watching this video, you're starting to understand, that's how the game is played. Take back what is yours.